Hey, what's up, guys? It's Max, and here we're looking at our five-star Starkey and the arena results. Basically, we're going to be talking about my results, my thoughts, and everything in between. So I have a five-star 565 SIG 200 Starkey. Now, recently, six-star this month, recently, six-star Starkey was added, which is what you can see there, into the game, and he's very elusive. Champion that has not been added to the six-star roster, and he just got added this month. So with that, that was a really nice surprise by Kabam, but a lot of excitement, a lot of early access bundles, calf crystals, and finally, this last 3 days were the chance to get them from arena grinding. Now, of course, in arena grinding, that's one thing we're going to be really diving inside this small clip of video. It's kind of my thoughts about putting so many points inside the grind. Now, my Starkey there, we're going to have to reset the calendar, guys. I had said that I was going cavless, no calves. That six-star Starkey is actually from a simple pop of 10. I went and said, dude, I'm gonna pop 10. A lot of it had to do because there was Starkeys dropping like crazy, and I realized that, and I was like, let me just pop the 10. And guess what? I got lucky and got Starkey with a simple pop of 10 crystals. I can't believe that that happened. So that is not the grinded out Starkey. So I know that Spider-Man Stark, he needs to be awakened, and one of his best things is high sig, is his awaken ability, the fact that he hits harder. So we're going to be running a hopefully soon rank 3 Starkey gameplay. I'm excited to do that actually and share that with you guys. But right before we start getting into like possible negative stuff, I want to say congratulations to Kelvin Vienna. I believe that is who joined the stream on I was grinding out for the feature champion. He had mentioned he was going for the #1 spot, and how much he was refreshing. I can just imagine that score. I think it was over 200 something million points. And I just kudos. He said, "Hey, do you think I might get it?" And I see it. So really nice to see somebody that was in stream. And showing up in the leaderboards, and he was trying to get for that #1 spot, especially on such a legendary kind of grind, on a Starkey grind, that he's such an exclusive champion currently at the moment. But let's now that we've talked about the good things, and also congratulations to me and everybody too from Relax, because there's quite a few people on here from Relax, Cactus. Not to miss a few. I mean, I might miss one or two, and I am so sorry, guys, if I missed you. But I think there was myself included and G2DK, and I think that is possibly it. I might be missing on somebody. But what I want to talk about, guys, my current roster, let's go back to my score. My current roster, to get to this score, is 174 six stars and 198 five stars. Now, do you need that roster to get to the top 100? Apparently not.
No.
Okay. You can do this with maybe a handful of six stars, whether you have 70, 80, or even less six stars and even less five stars to get to this. Yes. Because if we look here at number 91, a somewhat barely new account, Dr. New, maybe not new, but like small, I guess we can say, got into the top 100. And if we look at his account, he's, not to judge them by the exterior of the account, meaning like how many rank sixes, how many rank threes, six stars he currently has in the top profile. He might not be chasing for prestige. He might just be chasing, for fun. And he got into the top 100. So you really don't need that big of an account. The other person that quite did not get into the top 100, but it was in the top placement as well, he might have missed, was Little Red Hood. So Little Red Hood, I feel sorry for this player, because he possibly had to get into the 116th place. You had to use thousands and thousands of units to get there. And I feel bad for this person if this person, with the limited roster, and again, this is an exterior point of view of this person, was not able to get into the top 100s. And this is going to be something that's happening currently in game. Here's Kiki. Kiki, also a fairly small account, not able to kind of get into the top 100. There's so many cases like this, guys, of Carbella. Carbella, another small account that possibly grinded everything it had when it comes to its roster and refreshed for as much as it could and was not able to make it into the top 100, or maybe their goal was just to get a 5-star and put up as many points as possible for the 5-star. Here's Tractos, the last person to talk about here. Again, very unfortunate. And again, this is me when it comes to naming these accounts with small, maybe possible rosters, which is what I want to say they are because of what I see from what on the outside. I can't really say that they have huge 6-stars because I don't know. But I can share that they possibly tried because of their scores and their placement. Maybe try to go, and again, everything here is assuming that they try to go for the 6-star. And everything here too, guys, is also giving them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, these are accounts that again might be for the purpose of collecting champions. Like you see my placement, and it just so happens that my placement was just right above the collector. So these are probably accounts that were just probably wanting to collect champions because they don't care for Alliance War, they don't care for Alliance quests, they don't really care for prestige or extra rewards to rank up 6-stars to rank 3 or get the latest rank 4 6-star. They're not competing there. They're just mainly maybe competing for just acquiring and collecting of champions. Now, that might be the case. And this is giving those players the benefit of the doubt. Now, the ugly truth about this might be that these are bots. These are actually not real people. These are actually accounts that actual people have created to grind out resources, battle chips, gold, whatever it is that they need for a purpose of, this is me theory building, of some event that they think might be coming in December. I have no questions. I have questions. I have no actual proof that that's the case. That is the ugly side of this situation that's currently happening in our game, guys, inside the arena, is that these top placements are being infiltrated by possible bot users. And these are people that are managing these accounts to acquire tons and tons of battle chips. And I think we're seeing a lot of that right now because of the motivation of this event that's happening at the end of the month. That's going to give you X amount of boost for your battle chips that you're opening for preparation for more units for the end of the year for a possible gifting event. That's my theory building behind why I think we're seeing a enormous spike inside these bots taking actual real players' spots. And again, I want to clarify, if these are actual players, this is not, I'm not trying to trash you, but this is actually just pointing out a couple of accounts that just seem to red flag me when it comes to actual, maybe not actual people playing the game themselves, and it sucks because yes, in the past I missed top 100, but in this case, I'm fortunate enough to have placed a lot of points, but what's going on is this, guys. You have myself and other players competing against not only bots or actual real players, real aggressive competitive players, and then you have us competing against bots. And then so now, if you're gonna want to grind for a feature champion, you got to go in there thinking, okay, I got to beat the bots, and I got to beat the aggressive players that are also competing for the bots, competing against the bots, that they might be taking some spots in that top 100. That is not a good feeling, and I hate the fact that I have to point that out in this video. And it's not a very attractive thing to talk about in MCOC. But when it comes to trying to compete for acquiring of champions, it sucks that is what it's come down to now. There's so many other assumptions to be made, but the reality of it, guys, is that currently in this game, what it takes to get a brand new feature champion, it's not only hundreds worth of crystals being open. We have seen the case, and in my situation, you saw it. I popped 10 crystals and I happened to get Starkey. How incredibly lucky is that? I would have simply called the grind for the collector's purposes, but I really want to take this guy to rank 3 and maybe use him in places where possible stuff, game is not being used anymore. I know he's not relevant when it comes to his synergies and other champions he kind of meshes well currently, but I want to test him out. So, and that is my own possible mistake of putting so much energy and so many valuables like Odins and units into this grind to test, the theory of actually possibly using Stark as a rank 3. Now, but the reality, again, going back to acquiring new champions currently in game, it's not only hundreds, well, hundreds of units, but also like, multiple Odin's worth of units basically to get a 6-star in popping crystals. I can sit there and just pop 10 and 10 and 10 and realize that I'm like literally over 10 Odin's, maybe even 15 Odin's worth of crystals, and the RNG is not there. You simply can't get the 6-star. There is probably certain times that I realize in my own account that it's probably smarter to open cap crystals than other times. But also, if that doesn't happen, if I don't have the luxury of putting all those Odins into cap crystals, maybe I have the energy and time to put it into the arena. At the current roster that I have, guys, with over 176 stars and over 195 stars, I have to also dedicate hours, countless hours into the grind along with units. Now, keep in mind that I mainly had 2 days to grind this out. So the day 3 really didn't count. I mean, I was using 6 stars, but I really wasn't using my entire roster, which is what led me to think about the Peni grind. The Peni grind, I wasn't expecting to grind for Starkey this month. This came out of the blue. I was not expecting this, but it just so happened to like be there that I got excited and I wanted to do it. But the Peni grind is what I was planning to last month to grind for this month. I was mentally getting myself ready. This came out as a random kind of like expectation of it. But the current situation in the arenas is what's putting a very awful taste in my mouth. I am to end this video here, guys, because I want to talk more about this. So we'll end it here. I don't want this to be like an hour movie, me ranting on this, but it's put a bad taste on my mouth inside the arenas. I don't like the fact that I am competing possibly with bots, and then I'm also competing with unhealthy accounts when it comes to the grind. And then I'm competing. Obviously, it's fair to compete with other people that are actually grinding out the accounts as well. It's just 3 levels, maybe 2 levels of competition that I'm doing to get to this point. Can I do this consistently and just be maybe a jerk and say, hey, I'm going to do it every single time because I'm going to try to get one of those spots in the top 100? Yeah, I could, but I'm not that type of player, and it's making me maybe more actually standoffish. It's pushing me away from actually wanting to do this. And I think, not to speak on others' behalves, but I feel like that is the same feeling that a lot of well, not a lot. I would say maybe a few players are feeling when it comes to like, hey, I don't feel like competing against bots. I don't feel like competing against everybody else is pushing the score up higher or just unfair gameplay from others. So I really don't want to partake in that. And until it gets checked, well, I go into that more competitive area. And I think we're seeing a lot of that, especially now, guys, just to bring up the whole murking and legends titles and all that going away. How would the community feel if Kabam just said, hey, we're scrapping the arenas for getting feature champions, whether it is brand new 5-star, 6-star, 4-star? We're just going to scratch it all until we figure out a more policeable area to so that we can monitor. So I don't know what the best solution to this would be, but it's unfortunate that it's coming down to this. And again, I don't want to keep it going, but I'm happy that I got the champion. I'm not happy with what I'm actually seeing currently in game to me, in the arenas, and it sucks. But I might be stepping back. So we're gonna reset the clock again for the no caps situational. I think there's 2 things until the game gets really more fixed. Is where we're going to come back with more calves, but also until I see possible fix in the arenas, will I consider refreshing for a feature champion. Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to stop completely, because if there is a chance for me to get something easily, I will probably try. And if I'm not going to go, spending 4 Odin's worth of grinding for a champion. If it should be an easy grind and I don't pick it up, I don't pick it up. But if it's like something like, hey, you know what? Guess what? There's going to be an exclusive Deadpool, then you got me in the grind again to compete for the top 100. But guys, again, it's a happy moment to get the 6-star champion, and again, it happens to feel very sour and a very nasty feeling because of what I just pointed out. When it comes to the possible bots, again, I can't say for sure because I have no way of looking at if they are or not. But from an exterior view, I gotta assume that that's what's going on. But again, guys, we got them. So really happy. Congratulations again to the top 100 players, real players that got them as well. There's a lot of effort, time, units, cost, everything going into just getting yourself in the top 100. And again, congratulations to Kelvin again for number 1. But otherwise, that's it, guys, for today on this video. And again, I hope to be able to grind and compete again in other videos in other arenas. I'm still considering Peni. I'm just not happy with what's going on in the game. I want to support the game. I want to support the growth of the game. I want to support everybody else that develops and everybody in the background of this game. But I can't do it when I see it's like in plain sight. It's in front of me, like everything that's happening. So let me know your thoughts. I would read the comments for sure on how you feel if you're grinding, and if you didn't even catch that and you're seeing this video, you stumble across this video, or if you're just like, hey, yeah, I'm looking from the back end and I don't want to compete because of those same reasons, or maybe I'm just being like, Max, you're crazy. Everything's good, man. Everything's Gucci. All right, guys, but take care. Peace. See you guys hopefully on the future grinds. But see you soon.